gonna get started. Today we are talking all about second grade and what I'm teaching my second graders this week. Again, I have that funky schedule where I see kids for a whole week at a time, so that's why my lessons will be for the week. So for normal people, this would be like a whole month. In second grade this week, we are doing, what are we doing? We are doing first week of school activities. We are reviewing our rhythms from last year, and everything is like planets themed. I'm trying to incorporate some of their science and social studies standards this year. And so second grade is learning about the moon and the stars and the sun. So I tried to go along with that. It's nice when it works out. Sometimes they tell, like, fifth grade's doing erosion, and I was like, I don't think I can do anything with that. So if you have any like erosion songs, let me know, because I drew a blank on that one. All right, so for second grade, the first day of school, it is still the first day of school, even a month later. We are starting out with the song Well We Walk. This is a very simple song that I love to do on the first day because the kids don't have to know anything in order to do it. It's like the first thing that we do. Oh, first thing we do after our Go Noodle videos. So I showed you these the past 2 weeks. I've made like slides that go along with each of my lessons for each grade, and they are game changers. Got them up in my TPT shop last week. They are freebies, so you'll get, it's like this template and everything is editable, so you can change out the video, you can delete it, you can make a new, you can like duplicate the slide so you get the background but completely change everything that's on it. You can do whatever the heck you want, and there's a bunch of different colors, so you can have like a different color for each grade, because of course we need a different color for each grade. So for second grade, we start out with our little Go Noodle activity, and then I teach them this song Well We Walk. So this song goes like this, and goes, well, we walk and we walk and we walk and we stop. We walk and we walk and we walk and we stop. We walk and we walk and we walk and we stop. We walk and we walk and we walk and we stop. That's the whole song, and then you just change out the activity. So we'll do walk, and then we'll do hop, and then we'll do spin, and then we'll do clap, and we'll do snap, and just all these things, and it gets their wiggles out. It gets them to kind of concentrate, and it's really easy for them to pick up, so they usually will start singing it pretty quickly, and it's just really good first day, first thing to do. After that, we learn our welcome song. So I got this from Katie Wonderly's videos. She did in the spring like 30-minute long lessons that she posted live and then had like replays. Go check them out on Instagram because they're really cool, and that's where I learned this song. So, oh, someone's from Spain. Cool. What time is it in Spain? Let me know. So our welcome song for this year is like a call and response. So I sing, welcome to music, glad you're here, glad you're here. We're gonna do some singing, we're gonna do some singing, we're gonna use our ears, we're gonna use our ears. And then this middle section is not call and response, it's just a block. So it goes, we're gonna have a lot of fun, cause music time has just begun. And then we go back to call and response. Welcome to music, glad you're here, glad you're here. Do you like how I'm pointing at you? Like, now it's your turn to sing, because that's what I do with my kids. I, always point my turn and then your turn. I did not do that on purpose, by the way, it just kind of happened. So we learn our welcome song, and I just have them kind of go back and forth. We usually say the words once or twice, and then we'll sing it, and then sing it with the ukulele. Curious, let me know, when you're with your kids, do you call it a ukulele or do you call it an ukulele? Just curious, because I'm never sure what I should say, because like ukulele is correct, but ukulele is how most people say it. So then we go over our rules, and our rules are just the same four that I've been talking about the whole time, and we clap these out. They're follow directions, be respectful, be responsible, and be a participant. And then we go through the little distance learning, what that means for distance learning, because things are just a little bit different. So that way we can talk about things like oh, being respectful on Zoom means that you are muted, and being respectful means that you're not in the chat typing random letters, which is something that second grade likes to do. So I'm really interested. All right, I have 1 vote for ukulele. Let me know what else y'all think, if 1 vote for that. All right, so then after that, we usually read the book Listening Walk, which I have right here, if we have time. Honestly, I didn't realize when I made my lesson plans that I only have second grade for 20 minutes. Assuming that they come on time. So that is like no time at all, which is kind of amazing because, to be honest, second grade is my least favorite grade. So 20 minutes is like perfect. It's like we're in, we sing some songs, we're out, and then they are done for the day. That's really cute. I love that they are singing your call and response songs in the hallway. So then we read the listening walk, and I have them close their eyes and tell me something that they hear around them. We don't actually go on a listening walk because they would not come back. And so we just say something that we hear around us, and that's pretty much it for Monday. On Tuesday, they come in, we review our welcome song, we do Well We Walk again, and this time depending on how much time we have, sometimes I will let them pick what actions we do. And for Zoom, you can have them unmute and tell you what actions they would like to do. But it's easier if you just say, show me something, and I'll pick someone. And so you'll look and I'll have like kids snapping and kids are like wiggling and spinning around. And so I just pick one of them to do each time, and that makes it very, very easy to just pick someone and get lots of kids interested. After that, we go over the song Aiken Drum. There it is. So Aiken Drum is a Scottish folk song, and I like this song that, so we go over Aiken Drum, and when we do this, I have them go find something you can use as a drum. So I tell them anything you can use as a drum that's not gonna break. So I had kids come with like books, and I had kids come with like Tupperware or like boxes or just anything. I told them anything you can use like a drum that's not gonna break. And the first time we sing it, I just tell them every time we get to Aiken Drum, you're gonna play that on whatever your drum is. There was a man lived in the moon, lived in the moon, lived in the moon. There was a man lived in the moon, and his name was Aiken Drum. And he played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. He played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum. So I like this song because it's talking about playing on a ladle. So like playing your drum on a ladle. And so we get to talk about ladles, first of all. Secondly, we get to talk about how he's not using real drums. He is using like a ladle, a pretend drum, instead of an actual instrument, which I just think is perfect for us being on Zoom and all of the funkiness that is life right now. So then I show them just a little map that has where Scotland is, because my students are not great at geography, and I am trying to change that. So every time we sing a song that is not, even if it is from our country, anytime we sing a song, I show it to them on the map. And then I show them just a couple of pictures of Scotland, so like the flag and what a ladle is, because they probably don't know. And then we look at a picture in the moon, talk about, could someone really live in the moon? Probably not. And that takes us into our next song, which is so nice. I like when we can get those little connections that just make sense. And so our next song is Silver Moon. This is like my new favorite song. So Silver Moon is a Chinese folk song. And the first time we do this, what I have them do is I say put 1. We talk about how the moon goes across the sky in a nice arc. And so I told them that's what we're gonna do as I sing. So I'll sing it and all you have to do is make an arc. And so this song goes, little silver moon rides the sky like a boat. Past the twinkling stars it will float, lightly float. Sail little moon boat to the west. Sail little moon boat while I rest. So all they do is make those little arcs to trace the moon going across the sky. while I sing, and that is it for today because again, 20 minutes. So then we don't have class on Wednesday. Wednesday is like e-learning day, which means the kids are supposed to work on their assignments, but they don't have classes like through Zoom like we do on the other days. And the teachers actually get a chance to like plan things and put grades in and all of those things. And really, I think the reason is because they're cleaning the schools. But it is very helpful to like actually have days for training and for planning, especially with all the new technology that is happening right now. So that's what Wednesday is. On Thursday, our kiddos come, we go through our welcome song as per usual. This time I usually teach them that middle section that is like chunked together, and then we go over the song Looby Loo. So this is a really fun movement activity for little kids, and it's kind of like the Hokey Pokey, but a little more musical. It goes, here we go Looby Loo, here we go Looby Light, here we go Looby Loo on a Saturday night. So on that part, normally you would walk in a circle. We are not together, so it doesn't work super well. So I just have them walk in place while we sing that. And then on the next section is the like Hokey Pokey like section. So you go, you put your right arm in, you take your right arm out, you give your right arm a shake, 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 and you turn yourself about. And wish you would spin if I was not sitting in a chair. Although it is a spinny chair, so I could, but I will refrain myself. So we go through that, we do right arm and right foot and left foot, and usually I'll do some silly things. We'll do like elbows. They love that one because you look like a chicken. And we do like, we'll put our nose in, and the all-time favorite always is to stick your tongue in. So then you're like trying to sing the song with your tongue out, which is just the funniest thing to second graders. And then we go through and I usually end on you put your whole self in. So they just think sticking their tongue out is the greatest thing ever. After that, we go back through Silver Moon, and this time what I have them do is I say, okay, go find something that works like a scarf that we use in class, because we use movement scarves all the time, as you can tell by how beautiful this one looks. And so I told them, go find something that works like a scarf. And so they go and they come back with like napkins and jackets and shirts, and like one kid had a pillow the other day. I was like, really? A pillow is the closest thing you can find to a scarf? Blankets, towels, whatever. And we do our little moon going across the sky while we sing Silver Moon with our scarf, because that just makes things so much more fun. And so we go through the song, and then I actually show them and like teach them all of the words and the rhythms. And so I put the rhythms up on the board with like the little moon shapes first, and then we go through and look at the rhythms usually tomorrow. So we look at the rhythms with just the big moons and the little moons. They did learn quarter note, quarter rest, and eighth notes last year, but still I haven't seen them since like March, so we're a little behind. So we go through that, and then I ask them 2 comprehension questions. So we ask why the song says sail little moonboat to the west, which of course is because the moon goes to the west. And I have been surprised at how many actually knew the answer to that, because I thought that was gonna be hard. But I wanted that so that we could figure out the arches. And then why do you think the song says sail little moonboat while I rest? Which is because the moon is out when you are sleeping, so you're resting while the moon is going across. Then I ask them, if we were gonna travel from the moon to a star, what kind of transportation would we use? Like, would we use a boat? Would we use a train? Would we use roller skates? Like, what would we use? And they're like, a spaceship. And I'm like, oh yes, a spaceship. And so then we listen to the song A Short Ride in a Fast Machine. And I found this really fun video on YouTube. Let's see if it'll let me play it for you. This just kind of like illustrates it. So I like, and if you're like, does that happen during class? Yes, it does. So I like that video because it is moving around and it kind of like matches the music. And while we do that, we take our scarf and we pretend that we are in a spaceship, or our scarf, you know, or napkin or a towel or whatever we found in our house. And so we pretend we're in a spaceship, and I just say, match the music and make your scarf fly all around, because it's hilarious and they just think it's the most amazing thing ever. And that spaceship takes us to Starlight Starbright, which is the final thing that we do today. And so we just go over the song and we take, it does, and we take our scarf and we just show high and low while we sing Starlight Starbright, first star I see tonight, wish I may, wish I might, have this wish I wish tonight. And then I ask them what you would wish for, and I get all sorts of fun answers. Last week I got, I wish I was in Disneyland. I was like, me too. Me too, kid. I got, I wish I had a puppy. That one is fun. With just all sorts of fun things that second graders wish for. And that is it for Thursday. On Friday, I'm gonna be honest, it didn't quite work out exactly as I wanted it to, because it was like I had way too many things going on for what I wanted to do, but it's okay. So on Friday, the kids come and we go through Starlight Starbright again. We go through the rhythm to Starlight Starbright, and I tried to have them do a rhythm like activity online, in which they had to go into our like learning management system, which is like Google Classroom but stupider, and it did not work out well. I mean, we wasted like a solid 10 minutes just trying to find the activity, you know, and I was like screen sharing, this is exactly where you need to go and you need to find here, but we could not find it. And finally I was like, okay, we're just gonna do it together. So I put up on the board, I don't have it on here, so I put up on the board the words to Starlight Starbright, and I did like 4 different slides, and on each one there was one rhythm missing. And so I just said, okay, if it was light was the word that had the missing rhythm, I'd say, okay, is light 1 sound or 2 sounds? And they would hold up their finger. I'm like, great, so is it gonna be a ta or is it gonna be a tt? And they would answer, and I'm like, great, put it in, that's your grade for today. And so we did that, and then briefly we talked about the stars and how they all make different constellations. Hello to my friends who just came in. And how the constellations are like pictures, they're like connected dots. And we talk about, you cannot see that, we talk about the Big Dipper and how the Big Dipper, what the Big Dipper is, why it's named the Big Dipper. And then we listen to the song Follow the Drinking Gourd. So we make the connection between the Big Dipper, how it has a secret code name called Follow the Drinking Gourd, and then we listen to the song. We don't get super into all of the details because we just did not have time for all that, but maybe next time we'll go a little more in depth with that. So if you don't know Follow the Drinking Gourd, it was a song used for the Underground Railroad, and it was full of like clues. So it would say like follow the drinking gourd, as in follow the Big Dipper, because it has the North Star in it. And if you follow the North Star, then you will go to the north. And so the song is full of like all these different clues, and we have gone more in depth in other lessons before, so we didn't get to do all the way through. But I do like this particular video from YouTube because it has the words and it like lights up the words as it goes through. I also wanted to read one of my books about the drinking gourd, but we did not have time, especially the week that we attempted to actually do an activity on the internet, and I was like, not happening. So 3rd grade and up has seemed okay with, like 4th and 5th grade is on it. 3rd grade is kind of iffy with like going into our learning management system and figuring things out. 2nd grade, and I have not even tried with 1st grade because like, we're not trying that. So after we go through all of those things, we then play freeze dance, because I told them we're gonna do Friday freeze dance until we go back to school, and maybe even after that, because it's fun. And it's just a quick little thing, and it's a really good way for me to keep them until the end of class on Friday, especially because my 2nd graders have me and they log off and then they're done for the day. So if they just get bored, they might just log off and leave. And So, cause like they don't have any classes after my class. The very last thing with them. So we have been really rocking and rolling. I actually really like these lessons. In particular, I love Silver Moonboat. It's like one of my new favorite songs. Maybe it's just because it's 20 minutes, or maybe it's because I can mute them. That might be it. I'm really gonna miss that whenever we go back to the building, if that ever happens. All right, so those are all of my second grade lessons. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comments now. And if not, then I guess I'll see you next week. So next week we'll be back to our normal 5:30 Eastern on Tuesday for all of our lessons, and we will be going through first grade, and then we will have gone through all of my first lessons for the whole month. So that's exciting. Thank you guys so much for being here. I will see you next week at 5:30. And just a heads up, if you need any links to any of the things like the slides templates that I mentioned or the video that I use for a short ride in the fast machine, they will all be in the YouTube video listing, which I will put up like as soon as this is over. I'm gonna go and upload it. So by tomorrow morning, you will be able to go and get that and get it all posted. So thank you guys so much for being here, and I will see you guys next time.